tomorrow. The almighty day of reckoning is upon us. The day when we find out if all of our Fallout 4 mods will instantly implode. And the answer is, of course, yes. I mean, they will. There's no chance that this update does not break things, because every time they do major updates, there's major things that break. So if you have any Fallout 4 mods, I would just be braced for them all to break tomorrow. But that being said, there is a next-gen update coming to Fallout 4 tomorrow on the 25th of April. Maybe today when you're seeing the stream clip, who knows? But it's all hitting next-gen systems and PC tomorrow. And people have been wondering what actually is changed. Is this a major update? Is this like a remaster? What is included? And at the outset, I just want to be clear. This is not a remaster. This is not like a Skyrim Anniversary Edition or anything like that. This basically will tweak a few things. It will do some quality of life improvements that, frankly, I'm shocked were not already present. And it will probably break your mods if you have any installed. So just be aware of that. If you don't want to deal with this, maybe go into your Steam settings and disable automatic updates for Fallout 4, just so it doesn't automatically hit and break your stuff, just as a point of reference, okay? So what's included with this next-gen update? Well, a handful of things. First and foremost, most of these improvements probably are going to be felt on PS4 and PS5. Xbox already has a lot of stability improvements, frame rate improvements and stuff included just by way of the backwards compatibility layer that they have on that console. And PC is PC. So most people either have mods or just brute force their way to better performance. But on PlayStation, they've been locked out of some of these improvements, and they probably will feel significant steps up in performance and stuff like that. Notably, the update to this is separated into two categories: upgrades for next-gen consoles and updates for PC. With consoles, they are adding performance mode and quality mode on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. So you'll actually be able to toggle between the two depending on what you like. That's cool to see. Again, most notably, it'll probably be felt on PS5, but it's also being brought over there. So if you want to push resolution instead of frame rate, you can do that if you so desire on Xbox. Stability improvements as well. This is kind of a catch-all term for pretty much any fixes to crashes or bugs or anything. I'm sure there have been some things that have been changed and improved. Glad to hear it. I don't know if it will be significant or if it will carry forward the classic age-old Bethesda tradition of fixing one bug over here and breaking 5 other things over here, as almighty God Howard would have us do. I don't know how this is going to pan out, but even the most hardcore modders are bracing for this to break a lot of stuff. Not just mods, but even other things within the game itself. If you have been following the Fallout London saga, they're basically adding an entire new game on top of Fallout 4 in the way of a massive mod they've been working on for years and years and years and years. And that whole team postponed indefinitely the launch of their DLC expansion mod, which, I mean, it's on the scale of a DLC or expansion, but it's a mod for free. So they're postponing all of that because they fully expect this to just break tons of stuff that they'll have to fix, and then they'll release their big mod on the side. So who knows what stability improvement actually means, but these things could be really good. It could break a lot more. Who knows? 60 FPS for 60 FPS. I almost said FPS per second, which little derivative, but they're adding 60 FPS support for all of these consoles. Again, I believe you could already do that on Xbox Series X, but to see it introduced on PS5 is cool to see. That's a good thing. They are fixing quests on the PS4 and Xbox One, and login fixes on the PS4 and Xbox One if you're playing over there. And if you're playing on PC, they are specifically adding native support for widescreen and ultra widescreen support. This was already something, if you've ever played with widescreen monitors, there's an app. Do I still have it installed? I should. There's an app specifically, Flawless Widescreen. And it is an app that specifically enables widescreen support for tons of games. So you just download this one app, and then it installs basically mini mods to all of these games to support widescreen. And so this update to the game will now natively support that, but it was already a thing that you can do, which is cool. Beyond this, they are adding creation kit fixes, quest updates, stability improvements, mods, and bug fixes. I don't know if this means they're fixing their own like creation kit or creation club mods or what. They also are fixing Japanese and Chinese login issues, which apparently have been a problem within the game for a while. So they're doing some stuff, but most of this stuff you can see is like, doesn't really change that much for PC players that they probably have already just fixed themselves. But nonetheless, it's happening. All new content that's being brought. This is the stuff that actually is like substantial, substantive, where they're actually adding stuff. They're adding an Enclave Colonel, or as I like to say to piss off people, Colonel uniforms. They're adding Enclave weapon skins, armor skins, Tesla cannons, Hellfire power armor, Exo 2 power armor, heavy incinerator, makeshift weapon pack, baseball launcher, nail gun, piggy bank. And then this one, which is just the most out of left field, Halloween Workshop, 38 Halloween themed decorations. It's just really random. Like, it's just odd. Like it's beyond even what like Suicide Squad did, where they brought and released the Easter outfits like a week after Easter for some reason. And everybody's like, why didn't you release the Easter outfits during Easter? Like, or the days before Easter? Why is this launching after Easter? This is the opposite of what you should have done. And in this case, they're like a solid 6 months late for Halloween. And so I don't know if this was something they were going to charge for and then they just decided to toss it in. I don't know if this means that they originally planned for the next gen update to launch in October and then it got delayed till now. I don't really know, but it's just a little weird. And I haven't heard any good explanations or theories as to why it's releasing with Halloween stuff, but hey, it's happening. So take it if you care. So all told, I mean, they're bringing some stuff. To me, it just seems like it's mostly a console thing. If you're playing on PC, it's not really going to change that much. You might get some new items here and there, but nothing that crazy. It's a little odd. It's launching like 2 weeks after the show dropped because it seems, yeah, I know people keep saying it's because the bombs fell in October. They're Halloween freaking skins. Release them around Halloween. I know people are like, the bombs dropped on that. Like they're leftover decorations from before the war. Okay. They're still Halloween packages, Halloween DLC. They're releasing in April. I get thematically why they have stuff for October. It still is like 6 months late. Like this is not rocket science. It's just, you would expect Halloween stuff would release around Halloween. I can't believe this is like that. Baffling for some people, but it's like, it just seems to me like if you have Halloween stuff, you release it around Halloween because that's when people like Halloween stuff. But who knows? Either way, it's dropping for free, and I guess we give them credit for that. With all of this, I think it's good that it's happening finally, you know, better late than never, I suppose. But I've seen some people on social media or in our comment sections saying that this is going to be like featuring major graphical updates. They're like, yeah, I'm really hoping that this makes the game look a lot better. And it's like, none of that's happening. Okay. So don't get your expectations out of whack. It's a next gen update that will support higher frame rates. It says it will fix login issues and some bugs and questing issues, but it's not like a total re-release. It's not a remaster. It's not a remake. So just don't expect that. I know sometimes people are like, yeah, but that's a very small group of people that are doing it. Even if there's 500 people saying this or 1,000 people saying this, we can get ahead of it just by having properly lined up expectations. And as long as we don't get it too out of whack, we can still enjoy what's here. And maybe go back and try Fallout 4 again after all this time. What's even more baffling than the fact they're releasing Halloween DLC in April is that Fallout 4 is 9 years old, almost 9 years old. Let that settle in. Do you feel old yet? Do you feel ancient? I do. 9 years ago. It's wild, right? It's wild. And what's even more wild is it's probably another decade before we get another Fallout game, a main title Fallout game. So just let that settle in too. That'll break your brain. Time flies. I blame COVID. At the end of the day, I blame COVID. Everybody should just blame COVID for everything. That's the lesson, I think. If the update don't make the game like my modded ENB stunning Fallout 4, then I don't want it. Yeah, it will definitely get on there and disable automatic updates because most likely this will break the script extender and all of that stuff. So just don't mess with it. He took my thing.